Honestly. Of course, you know, we have the AFIT, Air Force Institute of Technology. That institute came to being because of our dependence on our research capabilities, which is I stand to be corrected if there's any other institution in this country that spends time and money on research like Nigerian Air Force. And our products are there for everybody to see, and they have continually assisted the Nigerian Air Force and, of course, this country in saving hard-earned foreign currency that would have gone out to all of these foreign vendors and all of that. So it's a place that we are very, very heavy on. And incidentally, we have a chief that was the chief of standards and evaluation, which superintends to the Directorate of Research and Development. So he is very serious about it. And that is why even at the last competition, he stayed out throughout, inspected all the products. And of course, after the competition, we're looking forward to the next step that is going to take to ensure that some of those products that were approved will, go into mass production for others to see how they can access them. So it's a fantastic moment for the Nigerian Air Force in terms of the caliber of countries that send representatives for the NAF at 60 events. It's a clear indication of the confidence that the international community have on Nigeria. And it is an endorsement on the leadership of our country, the leadership of our defense ministry, the chief of defense staff, and of course, the chief of the air staff. Because at that event, we had over 300 guests that came from all over the world. And out of those guests, we had over nearly 50 exhibitors, companies that came and exhibited their products at the International Conference Center. And of course, about 15 foreign service chiefs or their representatives were there at that event. So it's massive. And I think it's a clear confidence on our nation, on the Nigerian Air Force, and overall on our military. So it's a period, like we say, all of us as Nigerians should be proud of.
Yeah. Are we going to be seeing the Nigerian Air Force top the list of one of the best in any moment from now?
Yeah, we are not looking for, it's not a competition. We know we are among the best air forces in Africa. And like we've been saying, it goes beyond counting the number of aircraft that you have. How has been the experience of your Air Force in air operations? And I challenge anybody to tell me if there is any Air Force in this Africa that we are in that has garnered the kind of experience that Nigerian Air Force has had in the last 10 years. Looking at where we're coming from and where we are today, it's a big deal for us. Our pilots have gathered so much experiences, our engineers, our armament specialists, and all of that through the experience, through all of these weapons that have come into our inventory, and how we've been able to, build on their capacity to work on these weapons and equipments, so that we can continue to stand on our own, not to continue to depend on the people that sell some of these things to us. So I think to a large extent we're doing very well. Of course, we're expecting new aircraft that will also beef up our arsenals and all of that. So beyond position, I think Nigerian Air Force is a very strong Air Force that can stand its own anywhere and anytime in this world.
No changes. Can we perhaps have an idea of what we have on the ground right now, or what has come in under the leadership of the current council?
Yes, in the last 11 months, we have received about 8 new aircraft that have come into the inventory. In fact, about 2 or 3 of those of some helicopters we just received from Italy are being coupled right now. Before then, we received 2 TK-129 helicopters from Turkey. Out of the 6 that have been purchased for the Air Force, we received 2. We're expecting 4 more out of those ones. So, and of course, we've also received the King Air 360i. 2 of them came on board. So we are moving forward. We are also expecting more platforms from Italy, especially. There are some aircraft that we believe.
Okay, so talking about fleets.
So in the last 11 months or thereabout, I think the federal government's determination to beef up our arsenals, to enhance our fleet, has been very, very clear. Indeed, within those months, we have received about nine or thereabout, about nine new platforms, which include two King Air 360 aircraft, two helicopters, fighter helicopters, attack helicopters from Turkey. That's the TK-129 helicopters from Turkey. These two attack helicopters are part of the 6 that were purchased for the Air Force, but we've received 2. We still have a balance of 4 that will soon be coming to the country. We've also received, I think, 3 of the Tracker helicopters, attack helicopters too, that came in from Italy. So we're still expecting about 9 of those helicopters. In fact, the 3 Tracker helicopters are being coupled as I speak to you right now. So these aircrafts will come in and, of course, beef up our strength. Moving forward, we're also expecting 24 M346 from Leonardo. It's a company in Italy, and then of course the remaining 9 of those trackers. Of course, I've told you 3 are being coupled, and 4 of those attack helicopters TK-129 from Turkey are also being expected. And besides that, we are expecting another 12 attack helicopters from the US, AH-1 Zulu helicopters, tested helicopters in the battlefield that will help us to support our ground troops. So it's not easy buying this aircraft brand new. They cost a lot of money. So it's clearly a determination of the confidence that the federal government has on the Nigerian Air Force, and the confidence that he has that we are going to effectively use this aircraft and these weapons to safeguard the lives and properties of our people. So we are very, very excited about it, and we are very grateful to Mr. President, members of the National Assembly, the Minister of Defense, and all of those that have continually supported our aspiration, to grow our Air Force. And I think as Nigerians, these equipment should give us confidence that the situation that we're facing, the security challenges we're facing, are soon going to be over. Never mind some of those unfortunate situations that we see. I can tell you they're all desperate, very, very desperate. I assure you that we're on top of the situation and things will improve. Yeah.
Talking about the field, what kind
of the coin when you're out there in the field? In terms of success, I think the fact that we've been able to carry out precision strikes that has eliminated several of these terrorist leaders, it means that we're having an upper hand. We've also continually monitored the ability to move from one operational area to another, and of course we continue to make sure that we pursue them. It's there. Along the line, you get some unfortunate situations that set you back, but they are all temporary. And where mistakes were made, even before Air Marshal Abubakar came on board, we have tried. He has tried to make amends. And I give you an example: the unfortunate strike in Bukubi, Nasarawa State, which didn't happen under him. It happened way before he became the chief of air staff. But he came, when he became the chief, he felt there was need to address the interest that particular strike gathered. And of course, when he realized that mistakes were actually made, he went to Nasarawa State and conferred with the governor of Nasarawa State. And of course, meetings were set up for him with the Emir of Nasarawa, who was able to gather the victims and their families in a meeting that we had with them. And the chief apologized to them and took responsibility. And as I speak to you right now, we're making efforts to see how we can ease the pains that these families have been put through. And it's just unfortunate that asymmetric warfare can sometimes be challenging. Trying to separate the enemy from our citizens sometimes becomes very challenging. But the Chief of Air Staff has put in some measures that have, to a large extent, minimized some of those unfortunate strikes that we've had. And let's face it, the last 12 months, have you heard of any accidental strikes? No. So it means that the measures that Air Marshal Abubakar has put in place are working. They are working, and under his leadership, the Nigerian Air Force will continue to improve on those strategies, because we cannot afford to give our citizens the doubt that we cannot protect them. And I'm sure Nigerians know that there is no military in this world that will intentionally go about killing its own citizens. So we are moving forward, we are learning from our mistakes, and we believe that that has not eroded the confidence that Nigerians have on the Nigerian Air Force.
What are future projections? What should Nigeria expect?
Nigerians should expect an Air Force that continues to act responsibly, an Air Force that will continue to give them confidence, and an Air Force that will continue to work with other security agencies to protect our people. That is the Air Force that they should, of course, expect. And as we continue to receive more astronauts, it means that we have much more wider areas to cover. And if we have a wider area to cover, it means that we should be able to comfortably move around this country at ease, or deploy aircraft at ease, to make sure that we act in a timely manner before situations get bad at any point in time and in any location in this country.
Any final word?
My final word is for Nigerians to, not to lose faith or lose hope in our military, in the Nigerian Air Force, and not to be tired of supporting the armed forces, because whatever we are doing, whatever efforts we are putting in place, without the support of Nigerians, it's more like a waste. So we appeal to Nigerians, don't be tired, continue to support us. If mistakes are made, point those mistakes out. But I tell you that we'll continue to pick lessons from our mistakes, and we'll continue to work hard and make sure that we drive all of these criminals out of our societies. Their attempt or their move to think that they can divide us is not going to work. Because the moment they see a crack in the support that we normally get from Nigerians, they are going to exploit it for their own benefits. So I believe that Nigerians will not let us down, and they will continue to support us.